And then there was a break in the conversation at the front of the classroom, and I walked up to the president. I leaned over and whispered into his right ear, "A second plane hit the second tower. America is under attack."
Now, this is the collapse, the first of the towers to collapse. We just secured this video.
The whole building's gone.
The whole building's gone. Indeed.
Holy fucking Jesus!
We do apologize for the language on the videotape.
Get all the freaking cops away from the building. What's wrong? That's it. One second. Let's go. Bitch, remove yourselves from the location. I understand you first. Remove yourselves from the location at this time. We got another tower collapse.
Horrible, horrible. The whole building just collapsed.
So we have never been witness to anything quite like this in the United States within the continental borders of this country. An active war, nothing less than that.
Right here. Right down.
We checked the area with meters, and it was kind of routine and pretty simple.
It was 8:46 in the morning.
And then we heard a plane come over, and in Manhattan, you don't hear planes too often, especially loud ones.
The Pentagon has served for more than 60 years as a symbol of power in defense of freedom. A five-sided fortress to safeguard the American dream. Then on September 11, 2001, terrorists tested its strength. They turned a commercial jet into a weapon of destruction. The United States suffered a tragic loss of life that day. But America's fortress proved to be a shield, protecting the lives of thousands of people who work there. Now, with cutting-edge computer graphics, we reveal exactly what happened. Disasters don't just occur, they're a chain of critical events. Unravel the fateful decisions in those final seconds from disaster. 8:20. American Airlines Flight 77 takes off from Washington Dulles Airport with 53 passengers and 6 crew aboard. 8:56. Hijackers turn off the aircraft's transponder. Air traffic control loses Flight 77. 9:38. The Boeing 757 flies into the ground floor of the Pentagon. In milliseconds, the aircraft begins to disintegrate. Fuel spews through the building. Violent fires and explosions track the plane's brief but deadly journey. 9:39. The sturdy 1941 construction with expansion joints and blast-proof windows withstands the impact, allowing many Pentagon workers to make their way to safety. 9:57. Only 1/5 of the area hit collapses. All the passengers and crew and 125 Pentagon workers perish.
And Baumgartner.
I remember the One Trade Center collapsing, and all of a sudden, every phone in the 911 center lit up at the same time.
The Somerset County 911 coordinator was one of the first people to see Flight 93 in that Shanksville field. Some of what he saw, too graphic to describe.
I mean, there was just a hole in the ground and trees burning and some stuff smoldering.
When he found the wreckage, he had no idea that Flight 93 passengers and staff had just fought terrorists. But the FBI soon made that clear, and then came Baumgartner's 18-hour-long days for a month. 12 years later, he says he's been back to that site.
This is as close as we can get to the base of the World Trade Center. You can see the two towers. Debris continues to fall and to rain on the people below. There are people hanging from the windows 90 stories up, and a number of bodies have actually hit the pavement.
I think that there's some really crazy people in this world. This is just not too many innocent people. People were jumping off the building. body parts all over the place. I mean, this is just, I feel like I was in a movie.
Have you ever seen anything like this?
Absolutely not. I've seen at least 10 people fall to their death and just splat like a ripe tomato. It's awful, but it's, I don't know who was at the controls or what was going on in the plane, but it was not a bomb. It was an American Airlines jet that crashed into the tower.
Pray that God took them quick. And then we saw the people jumping. We saw what we thought was debris and we realized it was people jumping.
Bodies started dropping from the top floors of the tower closest to the highway, about at least 5 or 6, and it was absolutely terrible. Obviously, they had two choices: to be burned in flames or to leap and end it all.
I wasn't looking at it as I was driving towards it. I just heard a huge explosion.
It didn't look like there was any trouble at all with the plane. It didn't swerve at all. It just landed directly in the building. It was like almost like a gray-black color in nature on the plane.
Who can say where the road goes, where the day flows? Only time. And who can say if your love grows as your heart shows? Only time.
Gaping hole at the top of the World Trade Center.
The streets are filled with people.
I looked out my window to see what was going on, and the second World Trade Center just went into flames.
When I looked over, there was this guy that was on fire, so I just kind of like ran over, and I tried to like put the fire out on him.
Who can say why your heart sighs as your love flies? Only time. And who can say why your heart cries when your love lies? Only time.
There are police sources saying that there is a plane coming up the Potomac River at a high rate of speed. This would be consistent with earlier warnings that we heard from police sources.
2 airplanes have crashed into the World Trade Center in an apparent terrorist attack on our country.
It was a big explosion and everything got dark, real dark like snow. You can see behind me, oh, this is not snow.
There was
Some of the ceilings collapsed. Looks like there was a fire.
Who can say when the roads meet that love might be in your heart? And who can say when the day sleeps if the night keeps all your heart? Night keeps all your
It's horrendous. I was down there and watched it and saw people jumping out of the World Trade Center. It's a horrible, horrible situation.
We're on the roof of it. We're a block away. I mean, you see bodies flying out of the sky and you can't do nothing about it.
What they've said basically is the information they're getting from the tower is they're attempting to put down every plane.
And there are flames, there are papers flying out of the windows, black flames, there are flames coming out of multiple floors.
Who can say if your love grows as your heart shows only time? And who can say where the road goes, where the day flows only time? Who knows only time? Who knows only
Terrorism against our nation will not stand. May God bless the victims, their families, and America.
Fire trucks and firefighters, rescue personnel at the Trade Center.
Then we heard a big bang, and then we saw smoke coming out, and everybody started running out.
Sometimes the time just slips away, and you're left with this today, left with the memories. I'll always think of you and smile and be happy for the time I had you with me. Though we go our separate ways, I won't forget, so don't forget the memories we made. Please remember, I was there for you and you were there for me. Please remember our time together. The time was yours and mine, and we were out dead free. Please remember me.
These extraordinary events this morning here in New York.
Goodbye. There's just no said word to say, and it's sad to walk away with just the memories. Who's to know what might have been? We leave behind a life and time we'll never know again. Please remember, I was there for you and you were there for me. And remember, please remember me.
There have been attacks in 2 American cities.
Please remember, I was there for you and you were there for me. Please remember our time together, the time
see perhaps the second tower, the front tower, the top portion of which is collapsing. Good Lord. There are no words.
Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. No hell below us. Above us only sky. Imagine all the people living for today. Imagine there's no countries. It isn't hard to do. Nothing to kill or die for. And no religion too. Imagine all the people living life in peace. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will be as one. Imagine no possessions. I wonder if you can. No need for greed or hunger, or brotherhood of man. Imagine all the people sharing all the world. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only